is a real deal 1970 BS23 Plymouth Cuda, done in a beautiful purple and black two-tone scheme. The body is super straight. The floors, frame, and trunk floor are excellent. If you look at our website, coyoteclassics.com, you can go to the undercarriage pictures. There's about 25 of them under there, and it'll show just how rust-free and original this undercarriage is. Painted black underneath, and it looks great. It's powered by a stroker motor from Summit. It's got a TCI transmission as well. Both the motor and transmission were both ordered from Summit and professionally installed. It does have the AC compressor and stuff on there. It's got the serpentine belt system up front, aluminum radiator. It's got a pusher and a normal fan and a pusher fan on it. It's got a nice AC Delco battery. As we look at the bottom side of the hood, it's all painted black very nicely as well. The stroker motor's got a nice big cam in it. It's got headers, just a fantastic running and looking 1970 Cuda. In my opinion, this car is show quality car from bumper to bumper. The paint and body is absolutely laser straight. Beautiful color combination. Does have a black vinyl top, rear spoiler, and I really like what they did with the, since they did the two-tone, they left the bulge in the purple, which is just the opposite of the normal, which is a black power bulged hood. Just did a great job on the paint. Whoever did it did a fantastic job. Riding on a nice set of chrome rims. Cooper tires are like new all the way around. It does have the turn signals in the hood. They're both working properly. It's got the factory hood latches, everything's set up, and it also has the hood pins, but the original latch assembly is all set up as well on it. Hood lines up beautifully across the top of the fender as we go across the front of the hood. Nice even gap all the way across the front as well. Beautiful paint on the hood. It's got one little chip in the black right here. Other than that, that's the only chip or any problems I can find anywhere on the hood or that front valance. Bumpers are beautiful. It's got the turning lights. There is a crack in the grille right here, right through there, and there's a chunk that's busted right here in the grille. This is a really nice high-end Cuda. As we come around here to the passenger side front fender, the pinstripe lines up absolutely beautiful. Front fender gap is perfect from top to bottom there. No blisters, no bubbles. We got kind of a crappy day today, guys. It's kind of a muddy day. I just drove it around back because we got a little bit of dirt right here yet. But no blisters, no bubbles, nothing like that. We do have two little rock chips right here. 1, 2. This car was done. This car's got a couple thousand miles on it. It was done, I think, if you look at my website description, I think back in 09. So I mean, it's got a little age on it. It's still a show car in my opinion, but it has a couple little rock chips. As we look at the bottom of the door, no blisters, that all looks great. Our door gap looks nice from top to bottom here on the back side of the door as well. Wheels are really nice. They're old school, but the chrome on them is beautiful. They're in great shape. No bubbles or blisters or blemishes anywhere I can see around the rear quarter on the passenger side. It's absolutely perfect here. We do have a couple little rock chips way down here behind the wheel. 6 of them probably, somewhere like that. Absolutely no smoke coming out of the tailpipes, runs great. and down the side of the driver's side, it's absolutely straight as well. Vinyl top's in fantastic shape. Don't see any bubbles or blisters on the vinyl top. Looks like that was replaced as well. In front of the rear quarter panel is perfect. Over the wheel well is excellent. Behind the wheel is excellent as well. Don't see any, this side really doesn't have much for chips in it. Just basically that passenger side had a few chips behind the rear wheel, but this quarter here on the driver's side looks great. We have a tiny little paint chip right here. Lower fender's excellent. Front fender's excellent from bumper to all the way down here. This is really a nice car. Definitely the nicest Cuda I've ever had. As far as our door panel goes, driver's side door panel is in good shape. Does have the aftermarket speakers in here. Done very nicely. You can tell the jams and stuff were all done properly when it was done. As far as our back seat goes, the back seat is excellent. Back door panels are perfect. Headliner is excellent. That's all been replaced, guys. Back shelf, seat covers have been done with new padding in them. There's a lot of padding in the seats. Carpet was replaced. It does need the seatbelt retractor cover is missing on the driver's side. Seatbelt works great, but the retractor cover is gone. Console's in good shape on it. Dash pad looks good. Like I said, visors, headliner. Both the corners of the doors are in great shape. Passenger side door panel is real decent as well. Looks to be original. As far as our gauges go, it's running 190. Volt gauge works. Temperature's right on the money. It's got 2 fans on it. Oil pressure's at 25 pounds, 26, 27, something like that after it's all warmed up. Gas gauge works properly. Temperature gauge in the dash works. Amp gauge shows over on the charge. Tachometer and clock do not work. Speedometer works as well. So oil pressure on the factory gauges is not hooked up, but it does have the oil pressure gauge down here. Factory radio, AM radio, does not work. The heater fan switch does work. Wipers work as well. Looks like we need to adjust the wiper arms a little bit when we get back here. Another thing is the horn works, guys. So everything works well except for the radio, clock, and the factory tachometer. We have checked the tachometer, but with the electronic ignition and stuff, it's just not going to work. This Cuda really sounds nice. If you, like I said, you really need to look at the undercarriage pictures to see what kind of quality build this was underneath. They started on a really solid car. As far as our brakes go, the brakes have a nice full pedal. Car does have power steering. It does not have disc brakes on it. Car gets right up to speed. As far as our speedometer, works great on it. Goes down the road really nice. As we look out across the hood lines up beautiful. Paint's great on the hood. Kicking the 4 barrels, it kicks right in. Just a fantastic driving Cuda. Try our brakes again here. well. Car idles down nice also. Speedometer works well, 65 mile an hour, doesn't bounce around at all.